known that, especially with Dame Emma Thompson, this was going to generate noise. How did you feel about it? How did you prepare for that?
I think, yeah, there's only so much you can prepare. I think there's a degree where you have to just fall back onto your own kind of experience and trust in yourself and your own ability. But it came down to, I guess, the connection that we had, and as actors, and those two characters really find a special bond, you know.
But the thing about that is, I can't imagine that Dame Emma Thompson would have ever said, yeah, to the casting director, yeah, you go for this. I can imagine if she's going to put herself out there in this film, she's going to have a say as to who her her co-actor is. And didn't it come down to a walk between you two?
Yeah, it did.
Tell us about that.
I went and met Emma at her house, and we went for a walk through Hampstead Heath. And yeah, the first time I met her, I really needed to use the loo as well. So I had to go use her loo, which is under the stairs, which I proceeded to see her 2 Oscars. So any pressure that I felt up to that moment was just escalated quite quickly.
She's so cool that she actually keeps the Oscars in the toilet.
Which I kind of admire. And yeah, we went for a walk around Hampstead Heath and just spoke about the film and how it resonated with both of us. And I think we were both aware that we really needed to have a bond that we could trust in one another. And that became quite apparent on that walk. And on top of that, we have a very similar humor, which I think is really important, because filming the film, there was quite long days, quite long takes. There's just the 2 of us, it's in one room. There's a sense where you could have a bit of cabin fever, but to really have someone that not only you trust, but you can have a good time with, was so kind of crucial for everything. So.
Yeah, I mean, the nature of the scenes you were filming, obviously, it's not the most important thing about the film, because it's about a relationship, and it's about psychological relationship.
Yeah.
But for those on the outside, there are often questions asked about what's it like for actors when you have to do intimate scenes, and how you do that, how you prepare for it. And I suppose in a way, you've sort of described that you just have to kind of trust.
Yeah.
And then it's easier, because in a way there's something presumably something intrinsically unnatural about it.
Yeah.
And yet you just have to be able to do it in the moment and feel comfortable.
Yeah, and I think it comes down to really that, you know, emotional connection, that mental connection, and somewhat spiritual connection with that other person. And when that's in place, you tend to have a great deal of safety with that person, and you can really launch into those characters as deep as you're required to in the moment.
Did you ever get the giggles at really inappropriate moments?
Not really. On set we never...
Something tells me it did happen, but no?
There was so much laughter between me and Emma. She's such an amazing person, and she's hilarious, you know. But a lot of the times we would laugh on the way to set, because it was quite repetitive. Day by day we would take, you know, bit by bit of the film, and we would just go into hysterics, because we just had so much, we have just such a similar sense of humor, so...